Hello Highlands. I thought I would put together a video for you today so that you could be able to access the raw data for your individual classrooms. Because after you looked at the file, the data, you may have had some questions as far as which students met the goal of 45 minutes on iReady and how many minutes each of your kids in your particular class had within the week of 9-6 to 9-9. So I put this together. What you'll need to do is open up the Excel file that I sent you within that email. You'll open up that file, and this will appear. On the bottom of the worksheet, you'll see several worksheets. One will be titled Data, and then you'll have several others. The one that you'll want to navigate to is Weekly Pivot. Within that Weekly Pivot, you'll see all of the teachers in the building, and then you'll see several columns. One will be titled Sum of 45-minute Goal, so that's the number of kids within each class that met the goal, and then Count of 45-minute Goal, that's the total number of kids within each of the classrooms or within the grade level. So if you want to access your individual students, what you have to do is simply double click on the total number for your class. So if I wanted to go in through Ms. Arevalo, I would simply double click on that 14, or in that cell that says 14, I double click within that cell, and what will happen is another worksheet will open. Yours will look slightly different. I've hidden several columns within the document since this is being posted. But if you go all the way to the right of that file, you'll see two columns that provide us with the information that we're seeking. One is last week time on task. That's the total time on task for each of the students within your class, and you'll be able to get an idea of how many minutes each kid within your classroom had last week. And then there's the far right hand column says 45-minute goal. A 0 represents that they did not meet the goal. A 1 represents that they met the goal. This can provide you with valuable information for tracking students within your class, for students to be tracking their own data so that you can help them track their data within their student leadership notebooks. As always, if you have questions, please do not hesitate to ask me. I'm more than happy to help, but I thought that this tutorial might provide you with a little bit more information as far as how to access your student data for Strive for 45. Thank you.